Today we're working on a 2000 Toyota Celica GTS. We're going to be replacing the 4 engine mounts associated with the engine. And I'll be really straightforward. One of these is very easy, and the other 3 pose very unique challenges. This first one was probably the easiest. There was only 3 bolts holding this in, 1 through bolt, and then 2 bolts at the bottom here. Super easy to access from the front of the engine once it's lifted. The first one we actually tackled was the driver's side engine mount, which I think has a total of 6 bolts, 2 up top, 2 on the side, 1 through bolt, and then 1 up top here as well. It's one of the trickier ones just because of everything that has to get removed beforehand. One of the bolts down here towards the front of the engine is a little tricky to remove as well. You have to get just your standard wrench in there and pop it open. The next one that you see us tackle is the passenger side engine mount. You can see here it's a little blown. This is not supposed to be this way, and you can kind of see where that comes into play, because in the new one you won't see a gap here. This means that this is sagged down and has failed. This is a hydraulic engine mount that has some fluid in there, and over time, over old age, will make this happen to any engine mount. This one has a total of 2 nuts, 2, 4, and 5 bolts holding it in. This bolt up top will probably have to be removed if you don't have the matching metal mount that's supposed to go with the new engine mount. You'll see here that this only has 1 bolt hole. The old one had 2, so we had to remove this piece, put it on the new one, and then go from there. This was a little tricky because of the power steering reservoir and all the cables above it. There was a very limited space in moving that around, so be prepared to pop that power steering open, or not open, but off, and move the cables out from the original location just to give you a little bit of space to navigate. Then lastly, we've got the rear engine mount, which proved probably to be the most difficult one just because of the limited space, and we wanted to try to cut corners and not remove the exhaust, when in reality it was super straightforward. We've got 3 nuts, 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 bolt from the bottom. I believe it sits in there just like this, assuming that this is the front of the engine right here. Sits in just like this. We've got the 1 through bolt here for the engine mount again. The through bolt you actually catch from the driver's side wheel well. You'll need a very long extension to get in there. It was really tight for us, so be prepared to get to cranking on that one. Then these bolts, or these nuts, were easy to remove. The bolt was really easy to remove. Putting everything back in was a little trickier because we had to move the engine up and down. So finding its original location by lifting the engine and lowering it until we got to the right spot to line up the through hole was a little tricky. But other than that, the job is pretty straightforward. Going to be doing this a little differently this time. It's going to be a time lapse of all of the 4 engine mounts, and just sit back and relax.